Well, a 15-year-old Nigerian has set a Guinness World Record for the world's largest art canvas in a bid to raise awareness for autism.
Right.
Yeah, that's our first hot topic, brought to you by MJ the Musical at Walton Art Center. So Kanye, who is autistic, set the record in Nigeria, where people with spectrum disorder face stigma and limited resources. So his record attempt also sought to raise funds for those on the spectrum and their families. His artwork was unveiled in April, and it spans 12,304 square meters. Nigeria's art and culture minister said that Kanye's work is, quote, a beacon of hope and inspiration for people with autism. I think that's so amazing. 15 years old, and apparently it spans the length of a soccer field.
Man, it's not small.
Not
right?
at all. And I'm like, where did you do that?
Appropriate. We're talking about this today too because I believe May is Autism Awareness Month.
Yeah.
So makes a lot of sense. Last night out at the ballpark at Bogle Park, we recognized those who are differently able than us, and we actually had a young lady went home with the prize package from winning one of those games. Because,
Cool.
Yeah, because she was autistic. She entered the competition and went home a winner.
That's so cool.
I love it. I love that canvas.
Yeah,
Way to go,
me
young
too.
man. I also love Green Day.
Same.
I mean, come on, bring it back, Green Day. Green Day, the Grammy-winning rock trio, cemented their legacy yesterday with a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. The band arrived to roaring cheers as fans lined Hollywood Boulevard. Ryan Reynolds delivered a heartfelt tribute, and Hollywood Chamber of Commerce President Steve Nissen declared it Green Day Day.
Woohoo!
In Hollywood. Armstrong, who brought his wife and mother, said in part, quote, I just want to thank my family, my mom, my brothers and sisters, my sons, and thanks to my wife, Adrienne. So, man, I love them. Been listening to their music forever. Still, even on their most recent album, which is called Saviors, it's fantastic. If you haven't listened to it, I think they're about to do a deluxe album, actually, and release a bunch of previously unreleased tracks on it. So
yes,
they're still making music today. But I know that we all had a moment with Green Day back in, what, the 90s, early 2000s?
Sixth grade Mackenzie.
Come on.
Sat in the computer room and drank Mountain Dew Code Red and listened to Green Day and said, stay out of my room.
How did you make it? You're still alive.
Don't know. Sixth grade Mac was different.
Yeah, she was
but
different.
Still loving Green Day all
Loving
the
some
same.
Green Day.
Okay, sticking with some iconic band
Yeah,
news.
for
So
sure.
Carnie Wilson has revealed the real reason why Wilson Phillips broke up.
Finally.
It was ego, folks.
Of course.
That's what got in the way. Carnie, who formed Wilson Phillips with her sister Wendy Wilson and China Phillips Baldwin in 1986, began by opening up about her group dynamic. And she said that things got competitive in the group and ultimately they split. Now, after the group parted ways, Carnie said that she would ask China and Wendy if they were going to get back together every year, but the answer was always no. But we know that eventually the band reunited and the women of Wilson Phillips continued to perform live together. And I really think they kind of had that moment again once Bridesmaids came out.
Absolutely, they did.
So
Yeah, a
I love
resurgence.
it. I'm here for it.
Yeah, totally here for it. But it's interesting to hear those details.
Yeah.
And it's not like something we couldn't have guessed, but to just hear
Totally.
it straight from them, it was ego that got
Yeah,
in the way.
and glad that they mended fences.
Yeah, absolutely. Put it behind them. A faded four-story building that was once a pasta factory now houses the warehouse and bustling workshop of the Rome Opera House.
I love it.
This is crazy. The building is home to a trove of scenic backdrops and 70,000 costumes from over a century of performances. This year, the Opera House's costume designers, tailors, and seamstresses have been working to reconstruct the original outfits of Puccini's opera, Tosca. It's a tale of passion and deception set in Rome in the 1800s, featuring a dark-haired beauty forced to commit murder to protect her dignity and the man she loves. This year marks the 125th anniversary of its first ever performance. But it's wild to me, from Pasta Factory to our opera workshop. Here we are.
And every single bit of the building and the costumes, it's just stunning.
I thought you were going to say every single bit of those costumes smells a little bit like
I
fettuccine.
Shut up. That would honestly, how could you get the smell out entirely?
Yeah, that's right. It's true. I bet they do have a little essence of pasta.
Well, kind of in the same realm, theater news, Whoopi Goldberg is on stage again. The actress and television personality joined her The View co-star, Joy Behar, in her off-Broadway play My First Ex-Husband for a special performance on Wednesday. Goldberg starred in the show alongside Behar, Frasier alum Marsha Mason, Grease actress Marilyn Marilee Henner and former Saturday Night Live member Julia Sweeney. My first ex-husband is currently playing at the Manhattan Movement and Arts Center Theater in New York City. So I think that's cool, returning to their roots.
Yeah, what a star-studded cast. Marilee Henner in this thing. I mean, this is right there. Fantastic group of folks.
Super exciting.
Yeah, check that out if you're anywhere near Manhattan.
Definitely need to.
Getting a ticket. So next week's conclave to elect the successor to Pope Francis is steeped in centuries-old traditions, shrouded in secrecy, and the cardinal electors say driven by the Holy Spirit. But that's not stopping a growing number of people around the world from making bets on conclave. That's right, so think fantasy football. It's called Fanta Papa. Instead of football players, there are the cardinals who will participate in the next conclave. The site has more than 60,000 registered users. Users get to choose 11 cardinals like a soccer team. They think they have the best chance to become the next pope. Players accumulate points based on their different choices. This is fascinating.
Yeah.
I mean, come on. Here we are.
We literally talked about this the other day.
It feels like a sketch somebody has written at some point that is now coming to life before our very eyes.
Let's get it. Let's try.
Yeah,
let's do it.
I mean, who's going to win? There are odds. Obviously, people are putting, however many to 1 odds on who's going to be the next pope. So
we're staying tuned for that one.
Got
for
to.
sure.
Yes.
Well, Cruella de Vil wanted to turn Dalmatian puppies into fur coats. Captain Hook tried to kill Peter Pan, and Maleficent issued a curse of early death for Aurora. But wait, maybe these Disney villains were just misunderstood.
I've been thinking this the whole time.
That's the premise of a new musical show at Walt Disney World that has some people wondering, when did Disney villains stop wanting to be so villainous? The live show Disney Villains Unfairly Ever After opens May 27th at the Hollywood Studios Park in Orlando, Florida. In the show, there are 3 baddies of old school Disney movies. They plead their cases before an audience that they are the most misunderstood villain of them all. So very interested in this.
Does the audience get to vote at the end? Are they taking bets on this one too?
It's going to be like the same fantasy football style.
Fantasy football style. Hey, I would see this show.
Same.
If you're headed to the park there in Florida,
Definitely got to
it
check
out.
that one out,
Yes.
guys.